Good morning everyone, welcome back to vlog number 2. Very exciting. If you watched the last one, thank you so much and welcome back. This week it's already Wednesday, so I'm already a little bit behind. I've been a bit busy the last 2 days, but this week there's a lot to get done because I have a market on Friday night and I'm busy all day Friday, so I can't do anything on the Friday. So we've got really 2 days to get ready for the market, and then the weekend I'm also busy, so but we'll get into all that. I hope you stick around and enjoy my second vlog of the channel. Okay, so as I mentioned, I've really only got 2 days this week to really get a lot of work done. Obviously I can work in the evenings on Saturday and Sunday, but yeah, really I've only got today and tomorrow to really get some work done, because Friday night is my market at Elysium Nightclub in Northcote, and Friday all day I'm in the CBD at my Wildlife Emergency Support Network training, so I can't do anything there. But I have my list of things I want to get done, so as always I want to keep sewing plushies. I've got to keep sewing plushies because I have so many to do. I mentioned last week that my main market coming up is Dark Moon Fair, and that is in 5 weeks, but it's fine, it's fine. I've got my tub of plushies that I have been sewing here, so these have been sewn together. So the next step for these is to fill them with stuffing and sew their heads on, but I want to get this box to 40 before I do that. For some reason I'm doing batches of 40. I don't know why, it just happened that way. So I've still got 14 more plushies to get in this box, and then I'll have 40, and then I can stuff them. So I may not get to that this week, but that's fine. The other thing I want to do is make some shoe wings. So that's another product that I make that I sold out of at last Dark Moon Fair, and I haven't made any more of. But I've got them cut out here ready to go. So it's essentially just these little wings that I sew together out of this like faux leather glittery fabric trim stuff, and then I put little eyelets here, and they go in your shoelaces on your shoes and give your shoes wings. And it's really cute, but I don't have any left, so I need to make some more of them. I want to have some of them for Elysium. So that's on the list to do over the next 2 days. And I've also got 2 new products that I want to get done, and I'll talk about them a bit later. And the last thing I need to do in these 2 days is finish off the plushies that I have set aside for Elysium. So out of the plushies I've already made, I've got a box down here and here. And these are plushies that I have. So they've been stuffed and assembled and they're all ready to go, other than I've just got to put a ribbon around the neck and their little jar of magic that I'll show you. This little guy is all finished, and this, focus, this is his little jar of magic. So it's just like a little potion bottle with little glitters and stuff in it. So that's what I need to do for them, and that has to get done either today or tomorrow because I need them for Friday. So yes, that's what I'm doing. There's also a few other earrings I want to get done. So I need to, where are they? My wing earrings. So that's, so yes, these little wing earrings. I've run out of them, and as I mentioned last week, they're really, really popular, and so I want to have some of them for Elysium too. So I've got to drill holes in them and then put the jewellery hardware, the findings on them. So that's what I need to do. So there's a lot to get done. There's a lot to get done in 2 days, but I think it's manageable. The non-negotiables are, I need to get at least some shoe wings done, the earrings and the Elysium plushies. The ones that are a bit more flexible are the sewing of the plushies for Dark Moon Fair. Like, that's kind of lower priority for this week in particular. And the new products, I don't have to have them ready for Elysium. So yes, The other thing I wanted to do this week was take pictures of some new merch that I've got, some jumpers and some t-shirts, but I was going to do that today, but it's currently very rainy and dreary. It's so dark outside and just grim, so I'm not going to get that done today, but that's on my list as well, so I can get it up on my website, available for everyone to purchase. So that's very exciting. I'm very excited about that, to have hoodies and t-shirts available, because I have had them made for myself in the past, and then whenever I wear them out to markets and stuff, people are like, oh my god, can I buy one? And I'm like, I just got this one made for me. So I finally did it. I finally got them made. I got them screen printed at a local screen printer in Coburg, called Tiered Up Screen Printing, and they use a environmentally friendly water-based ink, so I'm really happy about that. And I used AS Colour garments, so they're so lovely. The screen printers accidentally misprinted one, so I've kept one for myself, and it's so comfortable. I love it, so I'm excited to be able to have these available for everyone. So yes, it's currently Wednesday morning. It is, what is it? It's about 9:30. So I think today I'm just going to start off with some sewing of some shoe wings. I think that's where we'll start today, and then when I get bored of that, I'll move on to something else. So I'll catch you guys soon. Okay, so I've got my plushies here. I'm taking 12 to Elysium on Friday. One's already done. I've shown that before. That's the little white rainbow one. So he's already got his ribbon and pixie dust necklace thingy. So I don't need to do him. So I've just got 11 here that I need to do. And I've got my little box of ribbon. And just on my desk here, I don't think the camera's going to pick it up, but I've just got markings of different things that I measure. So I cut 13 inches of ribbon, and that generally gives me enough to tie around these guys' necks. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm just basically going to look at my ribbons here and figure out colours that I think will go nice. Like for example, this one, this is a little marine one. He's really cute. It's got whales and stuff on him, but every now and then you get this little orange octopus. So with this accent fabric, regardless of what body colour I have it on, I like to give him an orange ribbon just to kind of complement that little pop of orange colour that shows up every now and then. I think if I gave him blue, it would just be like a bit too much. And I just want to add that contrasting little bit of orange, just to make it look cool. So I'm also just sealing the end of the ribbon here so it doesn't fray, and then nothing too fancy. I just tie this ribbon around just in a double knot and then a bow. As I said, these aren't designed to be played with, so I'm not too fussed about making sure these ribbons will like hold up to being tossed around, because that's not the intention of these guys. He's got a little ribbon. Look how cute he is. Look at him. Oh, I love making these so much. They're so cute. Ugh. Put him there and we'll keep going. So my memory card filled up, so I don't know how many of those you got to see, but I've tied the ribbons on now, and so they've all got their little ribbons. So next step is to make, fill their little glass jars with glitter and make the little potion bottles. So I'll put this away and I'll get that stuff out and we'll do that. Okay, so I have my little bottles here. And I have my glitters here. I've got my UV lamp behind me here because I will seal the corks in the little bottles down with some UV resin. Make sure the the corks don't come out and glitter doesn't just fly around. I wouldn't do that to anyone. Good grief. So now, similar to the ribbons, I'm just going to get my little bottle, get my little plush, and figure out what kind of glitters I think will match with what I've got. So I don't like it to get too complicated. I only want a couple of colours in each one. Like, I don't want to go crazy and, like, for example, this one, I don't want to try and put in every colour because then, I don't know, I just think it looks a bit too much. So, oh, hello. Alright, the little top just broke off, that's fine. So what I'll generally do is kind of the bulk of the glitter will be the body colour, and then I'll add a few little extra key bits of sparkle in there. So I might do this because I've got red in his bow. I'll give him some little, oops, oh, what's that? Huh. I'll give him some little red sparkles. And I was going to do green, but then that might look a bit Christmassy. So I might do blue. A little shaky shake. Like that. And then I will put some UV resin around there. I'm just going to get a toothpick. But I'll do the UV resin as a batch, like I'll do multiple of them together. I'm just going to do one at a time. And then, so I'll sit him up there out of the way. Set that there. Do that one next. So it's like mainly purple with some white and some greys. And that's just what I'm going to do for each one. Okay, so I have finished all my little potion bottles. They're all sealed, and now I just have to attach them to their little bats. so that's all of the plushies. They're all done and ready to go for Friday, so that's a big weight off my mind that I don't have to worry about them anymore. I think that's all I'm going to film for tonight, but I should be back on tomorrow to do some more, so I'll see you then. Okay, so it's Thursday afternoon. What time is it? It's 2:30. So this morning I've managed to get those wing earrings done and the key rings done, which I would have showed you a little bit of. So that's good. I'm all stocked up on them for tomorrow evening. Like I said, the plushies are done. So now the last thing I would kind of like to get done today, minimum, is some more of these little zip bags. So these are just the little makeup zip pouches I was talking about. Just a little, yeah, kind of makeup bag size zip pouch. Just opens up in there. So I've just got a few of them cut here, ready to go. So some orange and some green ones. So what's that? Oh, what have I got? 1, 2, 3 cut. So that's just 3 to make. And that should be plenty. They're not huge sellers, especially at Elysium, but I would like to have just some different styles available in case someone wants one. So that's what we're going to do now.
Okay, so this is my stall set up at Elysium. It was such a great night, and I'm always so thankful that I'm able to come along. And just some little footage of some people on the dance floor and stuff. Again, it was such a great night. And if you are in the Northcote area and you do like a bit of goth music, I highly recommend you come one night. Okay, so what I've got here, this is just a little rescue that was called in on Sunday afternoon. So I picked him up after training was finished on my way home. This is a little Gould's wattled bat, and as you can see, he's quite flat, so he's not flying away, and he's not kind of moving much. So that was why I brought him into care when I went to pick him up and assessed him. I just thought he was far too lethargic for what I would like. His little cloth's just a bit wet there from where I tried to give him some water in the car. So what I'm doing here is I'm just giving him a good check over, checking his tail membrane there and checking his wing membranes just to make sure that there's no injuries, no things like tears or holes that would suggest that he's been attacked by a cat. And there wasn't any, which was really good. I was really happy about that. What I did notice though were some mites on his wing. Now it's not uncommon for us to see mites on bat wings, but too many and can suggest that he hasn't been grooming them away, and that tells me that he's been feeling quite unwell, so that's just another sign that he's not doing great. Again, here I'm just checking him over. I'm blowing onto his fur. That's just a method that we use to separate the fur and check them for anything like lacerations or injuries or other parasites in their fur. It's just a nice gentle way to separate the fur and get a good look at their skin. And again here I'm just using a little eyebrow makeup spoolie brush, and I'm just looking at the fur just around his rump there. That's a really common place for us to see mites to get gathering, so I'm just again checking him there for his parasite load. There wasn't too many mites in his bum area, which I was really happy about. And so yeah, he didn't have a huge mite load, but it could have been contributing to why he was so lethargic. Now what I'm doing here is I've just separated his fur there, and I'm just getting some rubbing alcohol and a little cotton tip here just to sterilize that area, because I'm about to give him some fluids under his skin. I don't know how long he's been grounded for. He's a bit dehydrated, so I'm just sterilizing that bit of skin, and then that syringe there, just going to give him 1 ml of subcutaneous fluid, and that'll just help rehydrate him a lot more successfully and quicker than what giving him a drink by his mouth is. And just here I've spotted a little bat flea, so I'm grabbing that and I'm putting it in some alcohol that I've prepared earlier for the parasitologist that I work with who studies bat parasites. Fleas are a rare find, so it's always very exciting when we do find them, and he's very excited for me to collect them. So here I am just giving the fluids for this little guy. This is a saline and glucose mix, and glucose is really important for these guys because stress and the release of cortisol into their body can really drop their glucose level quite quickly, and their metabolism's so fast that that can turn into a massive problem in a very short amount of time. So replacing that glucose and giving them some energy to fall back on is really, really important. And I'm giving him a ml because generally we work on 5 to 10% of their body weight of fluids when we first get them in, and he weighed 12 grams. So I just realized here that I hadn't weighed him before I gave him the fluids. I'm just looking for my scales, and I weigh him, and he's 13.8 grams. So I've just subtracted 1 gram off that for the ml of fluids that I gave him. And we use jewellery scales because they're the only scales that are accurate enough to weigh these guys. Kitchen scales don't go down accurate enough. So just give this guy a little weigh. There we go, 13.9 grams. So 12.9 grams minus that fluid I just gave him, which is a little bit skinny for what I would expect for a Gould's wattle bat. It's not terribly underweight, but for a nice big male, I would like him to have a little bit more coverage than that. Here I'm just opening these wings again because I want to collect some of those mites again for the parasitologist to study. It's a really good partnership I've got going with him because bat parasites aren't particularly well studied. And the more information we get about them, the more we learn about that kind of little micro ecosystem of the coexistence of bats and their parasites. And it's something that we don't really consider, that when we do lose an animal to extinction, we also lose the things like the parasites and stuff that go along with that animal. Maybe something that most of us don't really care about, but it is all important in the balance of our ecosystem, because our ecosystem is a nice big balance. So it's important that we take all those things into consideration, and we have wonderful people like the parasitologists I work with here who take an interest in that, so that we can learn even more about our planet. While I'm doing this, I'm always keeping an eye on the little guy. If he shows me signs that he's particularly stressed or he's getting sick of what I'm doing, I'm not going to put him under anymore. I'd rather him be safe than collect that extra mite or so. So I'm only going to do as much as he's willing to put up with. So here I'm just giving him a little brush with the spoolie again, just making sure I haven't missed any bat flies or any other fleas. I can get off him and make his life a little bit easier. And he was actually really enjoying this brush. He was going to sleep with it, so I think he was enjoying the pampering that I was giving him here. And he just had a little bit of dirt on his nose, so I'm just cleaning that up for him. Nice and gently always. And he's showing me his teeth there, which is a really good sign. It's really stereotypical of these guys to show their teeth. They're really gentle, but they like to give us a big smile. So he hadn't done that for me so far, so I was really happy to see that. And now I'm just going to try and give him a little bit of a drink, see if he wants a drink in his mouth, just to wet his lips, wet his mouth. If he hasn't had a drink for a while, you get that really dry mouth feeling, and it's really awful. So I just wanted to see if he wanted to take a bit of water to relieve that, but he wasn't too keen. And just give him a nice check over, making sure his ears are good, there's no ticks hidden in his ears. And that he's looking all good around his neck area. His neck and under his chin are a common place for us to find ticks. So I'm just making sure that he's got none hidden in there that I've missed. And now it's important that I just let him have a bit of a rest. In a few hours I'll see if he wants something to eat, which he did. He gobbled up some worms quite happily. But just let him rest for a few hours.
Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning. This weekend has been so full on. So like I said, Friday was my Wildlife Emergency Support Network training, which was in the CBD. It was really good to meet everyone face to face, and it was a really good day. I thought a lot of good things came up in discussion and stuff, so it was really, really cool. So I was really happy with how that went. And then Saturday we had 2 days of advanced flying fox care training, so that was really good as well, just freshening up skills and talking and discussing with other flying fox carers in Victoria about different
techniques and methods and, you know, situations that we've been in, and just catching up with people that I maybe haven't seen in a little while. So that was really good as well. So it's been a really full-on 3 days. I was so exhausted over the weekend. I think Saturday night I came home and I was in bed by like 8:30, 9 o'clock, which for me as a night owl is very uncommon. But yeah, so it was a good weekend. It was a big weekend, but it was a good weekend. And then on the way home on Sunday, I got that little guy that I showed earlier in, and he's still doing well this morning. He's still a bit lethargic and out of it, but he's still with us, so that's good. So just a few more days of rest, and hopefully he'll be back up on his wings and ready to go home. So probably going to leave the vlog here for this week. I'll get some more stuff done today, but I've still got to edit and get the video up, so probably a shorter one this week. But if you stuck through this long, thank you so much for watching again, and we'll be back into it. Another vlog this week coming, and back up on Monday, and I hope to see you then for that. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.